Hello everyone, in today's video I'm sharing with you 5 different areas that you have forgotten to declutter. You have become desensitized to these areas, you use them every day, you see them every day, you interact with them every day, and you have forgotten that they are slowly collecting things that are actually making your day more difficult. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski, your go-to feng shui consultant. Let's get into it. It's been a minute, hasn't it, since we've done this one-on-one conversation. I've shared with you tips for things. I've been putting out the monthly feng shui forecast. I've been putting out some client testimonials. I recently put out how to feng shui for business. I did a commercial space and shared with you the interview with that client and how her business has done since we've feng shuied her space. And then I also put out a residential client's experience, feng shui experience, her before and after images, and interviewed her on the differences she saw and how great it was for her to feng shui. So I guess spoiler alert, it turned out pretty good for her. So that's been filling up my time, and here we are once again though, and through these last couple months where I have been collecting, like, what can I teach people next? What can I share next? I've noticed some of these areas that I have overlooked. I want to share them with you today. As you all know, because you are all becoming so feng shui savvy watching this channel regularly, clutter and feng shui are not one and the same. Contrary to popular belief, a decluttered space does not mean good feng shui. Contrary to popular belief, clutter and decluttering actually has nothing to do with feng shui. You will not find decluttering tips in the ancient texts about feng shui. But in this modern day life that we have, the modern day lifestyle we have, we're collecting more and more things that take up more and more space, and the more space that's taken up by things, the less space for energy to flow through and give us good chi throughout our homes. So this is where the misconception comes in, and it is good to talk about decluttering every now and then. The first area I want to talk to you today about that you've probably overlooked, it's probably collecting things and you totally have gotten desensitized to it, is your fridge, is your magnets on your fridge. Now I know that sounds silly, but I want to show you an example here. So as many of you know, I recently moved from Dallas to my grandmother's home because she passed away. So I'm here updating it, upgrading it, just putting my touch on things, my feng shui touch on things. And she has a smaller kitchen because she has an older house. And she had so many magnets. She lived here for 45 years, so many magnets. And before I could add my own, I was taking hers off. I sent some back to my mom. I decluttered some. We had to clear up these magnets. And let me tell you, something about a nice, clean, empty front of a fridge has felt so good and has made the kitchen feel like so nice and simple. It's a pretty busy space. She has some pretty crazy wallpaper in there. She has a lot of knickknacks. So taking down all of these magnets that were so old outdated phone numbers, emergency numbers, like you might have a lot of kids projects and your kids might not be 4 years old anymore. You might have magnets for like races you ran or advertisements or plumbing, call this number for plumbing. Like, what actually needs to be on your fridge? What is it that your subconscious is seeing every day as it looks at this fridge? I moved and put everything, all my magnets, into a bag. I have now been here for a while and I don't think I'm ever gonna put them back. There's some from when you travel, there's some that are just good to have on there to actually hold things, but my recommendation is to keep it simple. You can take your magnets, if some of them are memorable, God forbid you're that 25, 26, 27 to 28-year-old range where you are getting invited to a wedding. The amount of save the dates and wedding invites and baby showers and pregnancy announcements I had on my fridge during that time, oh my gosh, you can't keep up with it. And just people, oh my gosh, and then people's Christmas card photos. When is the last time you made sure people's Christmas card photos are down? All of this is to say, if some of them are memorable, I have some from when I traveled to Australia. I have cool Ireland beer opener that magnetizes to the fridge. Go ahead and just find an envelope or something. If you scrapbook, get a sleeve in your scrapbook. If you have photo albums, put a sleeve in your photo album and just go ahead and put your magnets in there. See what it's like to just take them all off, or just take a scan over it and look, are any of these necessary? Organize them, clean it up, because I bet you haven't looked at your magnets in a while. The second area you're forgetting to declutter or you haven't looked at in a while is your keychains. Oh my God, I have a really embarrassing keychain. So what do I say often is embody ideal you. If your goal is to be a millionaire, embody millionaire you. How would they act? How would they dress? How would they show up? What is their home like? Do as much as you can now to embody the version of you that has all the goals that you're working towards. For me, I am trying to embody this. Put together, dresses nice, shows up, works out, takes care of her health, takes care of her skin, shows up presentably. I've slowly upgraded some purses. I've slowly upgraded clothes that aren't like my college clothes, don't have holes in them anymore. Like my keychain though, it's like, it's so embarrassing. I mean, this keychain was from a volleyball camp. I don't even want to admit this. It's from a volleyball camp that I went to in like 7th grade. It came to my attention when I went to the grocery store here. I used to go to the grocery store at Kroger in Dallas. We don't have Krogers here, so I was finding my like Savers card to get the points, and I was like, why is my Kroger thing still on here? I used to have a personal trainer, and so I had a gym tag that I would scan when I go there. I haven't seen her now in a year and a half. What are all the hanging coupons, the hanging things on your keys that you can take off that no longer matter? Look at your keys. I have all of these. I don't know what any of these go to. Can you get rid of them? These 3, so you might be saying, well, Jeanette, why haven't you upgraded your own? Okay, hold on. I took off the tags. I took off the Kroger cards. I took off all those. Now I'm slowly pinning things on Etsy, like nice keychains, and I will have a new keychain holder soon enough. It's just so funny. This is confusing. This is stressful. This is a lot, and I know people who are even worse, have even more keys. Check out your keys, check out all those tags, clean them off, rip them off, consolidate. I talk about this one in a couple other videos, your wallet. Speaking of all those coupons and cards and like fuel saver things, punch tickets. I know a lot of things are apps now. Clean out your wallet. It's a good reminder to always be checking on that. So I say it in a couple other videos, but here's another reminder, check on your wallet. Make space for money to come into your wallet. I have used the analogy before, your wallet is a luxury hotel for your money. How do you treat your money? Do you have gum wrappers in there and you just shove your money in there? Is your money nicely like folded and laid out? Is the change sorted through? Maybe change can put in a piggy bank and collect there rather than bulking up your wallet. Do you have old receipts, old credit cards, old Top Golf cards? Oh my gosh, I think I have like 5 of those. Clean out your wallet. Space number 4 to check is the area right by your door. So the place that holds your keys. You probably have a key hook or a little basket or a little shelf where you just stack things, and you have your keys, your partner's keys, your kids' keys, everybody's keys are all stacking there, and then everybody just starts to throw other things there. God forbid it's a little bowl that collects gum, spare change, paper clips, bobby pins. Check that bowl. My grandma she has like a whole basket there, and she puts some umbrellas there, which are actually pretty handy to have by the door, but there were other things collecting like little pins and clips and flashlights, and it's like, how many flashlights do we need right by the front door? Consolidate it, spread it out. Spread out all the flashlights that are collecting, spread out the umbrellas that are collecting. Maybe just put one in each car so it's in the car in case you forget it. If your keys are accumulating by the front door on the hooks, clean them out. Once everybody in the family consolidates their keys, it'll be less bulky, it'll be less overwhelming. And then how frustrating is it when you're rushing out the door and you're going to grab your keys and you knock everybody's keys off the door and then they all fall on the floor, and then someone's like, why'd you knock my keys on the floor? Oh my gosh, like what a spiral of a mess. Make your life easier. Consolidate your keys. Here's the sign. Clean them up right now. Check out the basket, the shelf that's at your front door. Consolidate that as well to make your days coming in your home and out and leaving your home, as you go to work, as you come back, as you leave the house and come back. It makes your life so much easier if that whole area is consolidated, cleaned up, and decluttered. Area number 5 that you are forgetting about that's slowly collecting clutter and making your life more difficult is your nightstand. Whether it's your little nightstand by your bed, you likely have a drawer, or maybe there's a dresser over there where you unload your pockets. you unload. Once again, your change, your keys, all collect there. I'm kind of talking specifically about the drawer that's right next to your bed. It's those nightstands that slowly collect stuff because it's in a drawer. We can stash it, we can push it away. Best thing to do is just purge it. Any kind of piece of paper, you're not going to read it. You haven't looked at it in 2 weeks. You're not going to read the magazine. You're not going to read the note. If it's a really important note, go put it on the kitchen table. Go put it somewhere you're going to see it and you're going to deal with it first thing. Go put it on your laptop. Deal with it first thing in the morning. Clean up the bobby pins. Clean up the old Kleenexes. Clean up anything that can just be trash, like old pill bottles, old like wrappers of some kind, cough drop wrappers, loose cough drops. Clean it out. It is affecting your sleep while you're sleeping. It is slowly accumulating and you don't even know that it's bothering you. Imagine how much more peaceful your night's sleep is going to be when you think, oh, there's no clutter over here. There's no to-dos surrounding me. It's all just nice, clean, clear. It's dusted, it's wiped out, and I can just sleep peacefully knowing that I have all of this clean, clear energy encompassing me as I sleep. So there you have it, 5 areas that are slowly accumulating clutter, slowly accumulating things that are just cluttering up your mind and making life more difficult. If you're feeling on a roll now and you want to keep going and you want to actually apply some feng shui tips, go check out my other video, how to get feng shuied instantly.